What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Let's go ahead and load in. So it is 10:09 p.m. and I cannot sleep. So that means Minecraft. Oh, we're right where we left off. Okay. All right. So I'm really sorry about the controller, by the way. I know that you guys can hear it pretty loud. I don't mean for it to be super loud, but I don't know how to minimize the noise. I don't know if maybe I can put my hand in, like, I don't know, some sort of silencing chamber. I don't know, something like that. It's weird. But today oh my god. All right, dude. All right. Today I just kind of wanted to talk about being lost in your 20s. I know for me, I kind of hit, I think I talked about this last video. I kind of hit that 20s brick wall. You know what I mean? At least I think it's a thing. I hear it a lot. I hear people say that a lot. The 20s brick wall. Um, but yeah, I just feel like I've kind of hit that wall a little bit. Um, Kind of wondering what I want to do with my life and things like that. For the longest time, I felt like I was falling behind everybody, like constantly. When I was like 18, 19 years old, there were people that were in relationships for like years. They're like, yeah, we want to marry each other. And I'm just like, ugh, I don't know about marriage. And I know like they're young or whatever. So maybe they didn't think it all the way through or whatever. But still, like they're getting married, they're getting houses. Some people are getting into their careers. Um, so when I was 18 years old or 19 years old, and I saw my friends they had their own houses, I was a little jealous. So I was like, bro, I'm 19, I'm still living with my parents. Um, so then you know, everything that or all I ever thought about was like, dude, I need a house, I need a house, I need a house, you know. And so then I got this really good friend of mine, and we started looking around at some places. And did I not get those saplings? I could have swore I had oak saplings, but I guess I gotta go get more. Um, Actually, let me change this out for stone. This is kind of irritating me. Um, but yeah, I got my friend PJ, and oh, name dropped him. I don't think you'll see these. Probably not. Um, but yeah, me and my friend PJ, we started looking around for apartments on Zillow, not sponsored, and we would just look around, you know, apply here and there. Dude, they never get back to you. Like, I don't know if it was because we were young or what, but like all the information we put it under my name because I had the I had the better credit, so everything was underneath my name, um, for the most part, and so I thought like, hey, I got this in the bag, you know. I need some oak, but I don't want to chop these big ones down because I hate getting to all the wood. Um, Dang, I already lost my train of thought. That's insane. Um, but yeah, everything was in my name, because I had the better credit, you know, yada yada yada. Um, but sorry, I looked away for 1 second. Um, yeah, we finally found this place. It was only 1,000 a month, which was a steal, especially for a 2 bed, 1 bath, like 2 people, bro. Like, yeah. So realistically, I'm only paying like 500 a month for rent, which is awesome. Like, I love it. I'm truly blessed to be in this kind of circumstance. Um, But yeah, so we moved in. The one we moved into actually was 1100, and then we moved in, and there was no water because we burst a main. It was sitting vacant for like a year, and so it burst a main because it went through like a whole winter. Burst a main, couldn't get the water on for like a week. I was ticked. And so then they were like, hey, actually, we can move you into the place across the street. And I was like, okay, cool. And they were like, hey, we'll waive the rent for a month. And I was like, awesome. And then I told them, the one across the street is advertised for 1,000. Can I get locked into that as well? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. And I was like, awesome. So yeah, we got a whole different place for $1,000 a month, and the first month was free, so I got to kind of build my little cushion a little bit, um, so that I don't get hit with like poverty if I miss 1 month of rent or whatever. I still have it in my back pocket, which is cool. Um, all that, all that to say this: we got the house, and I guess the falling behind feeling went away, but the brick wall is still there. It's strange. I have a job. I have a good job. I get paid pretty good money. I have a house. I have a roof over my head. I have food in my stomach. Um, you know, by any stretch of the imagination, you would say that I'm set. But it feels like there's something missing. And I thought for a while that it wasn't something, and I thought it was someone. And so I start. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm getting jumped again. This this was terrible. This was terrible last time. Oh my god! Run, 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 run! Am I even going the right way, bro? Where's my house? I should have known better. I saw the sun going down, and I was like, "Oh, it's about to be nighttime." I was like, "Nah, I'm good." Oh, there's my house. There's my house. There's my house. Wow. What was I saying? Hmm. Dang, it's actually kind of crazy. I forgot what I was saying. Bro, we are stocked on food. My lord. Time to whip up in the kitchen a little bit. I'm gonna need to get a hopper soon. Yeah, whipping it up, bro. Whipping it up. But yeah, by any stretch of the imagination, good God. I'm blessed. You know, I I have all those things. There's a lot of people out there that don't have those things. Um, so I'm blessed. Oh, right, 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 right. Yes. So I was looking for that missing piece, and it sounds so corny. Oh my god. I was looking for that in another person. And so I got with somebody. Um, she might be watching this video. I don't know. Uh, I got with somebody, and we were cool because we were super close. Um, we were super close for a minute. Everyone thought that we were already dating. Um, so nothing really changed when we made it official. But because nothing changed in my head, I was like, I don't feel, I don't feel any different towards her than I did when we were friends. And so that sounds kind of bad, actually. Sounds pretty bad. But I ended things over text, which you're not supposed to do. But I ended it over text. Basically, I was like, "Hey, can we talk?" And then I said something else, but she's the type of person. She was like my first mature relationship. So she would always just tell me everything like straight up. She'd just be like, just straight up. And I really respect her for that. Um like she always kept it 100 with me. She always had me keep it 100 with her. It kind of I have the tendency to beat around the bush. So, oh my god. Um I have the tendency to beat around the bush, and she wasn't having any of that. So she kind of taught me to just say what I meant. Just pretty much just say what I meant. Um, so I texted her, and she was like, "Are you breaking up with me?" And I was like, "Yes." It's so bad. It's so bad. But I was like, I don't want to do it over text, right? So I was like, hey, we need to talk. And she was like, are you breaking up with me? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay. So, so then we broke up. From what she told me, she did not like me for a minute, which fair enough. I mean, I did break up with her over text, so fair enough. Um, oh my god, that was my stomach. Anyways, so but what I will say is that she was so mature about everything. Um, she had no time for nonsense, which was cool. Um, it's just I don't know. It was my first real relationship. I gotta say, I had a quote unquote real relationship before, but it didn't feel the way that like me and this girl felt. You know. So yeah. Then things ended, and um, she asked for clarification on why I broke up with her, and I kind of gave her like a dumb excuse a little bit. Which she took at face value, so she trusted me enough. Um, yeah. So I don't know. I'm waiting until my frontal cortex, frontal lobe. I'm waiting till my frontal lobe develops when I'm 25. I'm honestly terrified. I'm honestly terrified. I feel like I'm gonna have so many regrets. I feel like I'm gonna like bro, like I don't know, Kurt Cobain or something. Oh, that's diabolical. But you know what I'm getting at. I am worried about that day when my brain is fully developed and I kind of realize like how much of a fool I acted when I was younger. Because I already regret certain things in my life, which I know that everyone does to a certain extent, but like, dude, I have a lot of regrets. I have a lot of regrets of things that I've done, things that I should have done, uh, you know, things along that line. I'm tired. I am tired. But yeah, so I hit a brick wall. Now, what did I do about that brick wall? I sat and I stared at it for a little while. I kind of let it marinate, which I know that you're not supposed to do. And I don't really like letting my feelings marinate because when my feelings marinate, that's when I make like really dumb decisions. And I'm like, burn the ships. I don't know. I I have a mentality that I get caught in when things are just going terrible. I'm just like burn the ships. Um, and by that I mean try try and burn whatever relationship I'm in to the ground. Like I don't know. I don't know. There's just maybe I'm just not maybe I'm just not emotionally mature enough um for a significant other. Perhaps. Um, I don't know. I definitely have a lot of growing to do. That is for sure. Have a lot of growing to do. Um, and I have a lot of things I want to do before I'm in a relationship, to be honest. Um, because I've heard adults, well, I am an adult now, but growing up, I always heard adults around me, oh, marriage was the worst thing I ever did, or, like, I hate my wife, things like that. And they're probably joking. Let's be real. They're probably joking. Um, but I really took that to heart. I'm really trying to find a place for this house, and I cannot find anywhere good enough. Like, do I want a mountaintop house? Do I want a valley house? How are we feeling today? Ooh, bingo. Ooh, actually, I want to go over there. I want to do over there. What time is it? Let's do some more stuff over here, and then I'll go over there when the sun sets, or tomorrow. Um, hopefully that wasn't too loud. I just kicked the crap out of my desk. Um, but what was I saying? I'm so sorry. I get sidetracked so quick. It's not even funny. Um, relationships, friendships. Hoping I mature. I've got growing to do. What do I do when I hit a brick wall? I guess rewind. All right, what do I do when I hit a brick wall? I sit and I try and look at it. All right, when I hit a brick wall, I try to look at it. And what I mean by look at it is I do like to physically sit down. All right. I like to physically sit down and I like to think about it. I don't ruminate. Ruminate is when you just think about it over and over and then you're like, oh, I'm so angry. Like, I don't like doing that. Like, I'm ruminating about not being able to sleep right now. Oh my God. Ooh. Thumbnail. No, I already did that the last video. um, but when I hit a brick wall, I like to sit and I like to analyze what happened, um, what went wrong, what I was at fault for, and what I can't control, right? And so, usually when it comes to things that I can't control, um, 9 times out of 10, that's actions. Someone else's actions, someone else's response, things like that. And so when I think about things that I can't control, and I start to think about people that maybe did me wrong in my mind, I'm like, oh, they did me so dirty. Um, I seriously have to take a step back, and I have to think. There's nothing I can do about that. Bro, there is something I could do about these zombies though. But there's nothing. There's certain situations where somebody does something to you. You can't change what they did. You can't change what they said to you. You can't change the actions that they took. And then I like to look at what did I do in response. Now, whenever I'm in a terrible situation that just feels horrible. Sometimes, you ready for this? You ready for this? Sometimes it was my response that made it worse. I know. Crazy to think, right? How can my response possibly make a situation worse? Right? I'm not going to get into specifics, okay? But there are circumstances where something has happened that wasn't that bad. That probably wouldn't have bothered me as much if I would have just kept my mouth shut. But I said something because in that moment I was offended, right? We all get there. We all get offended. We all get hurt. We all get, whatever. So, I'm going to be honest with y'all. My tendency when I'm embarrassed or upset is I run my mouth. Okay, like my father would say, I run my big mouth. All right. Now, why do I run my mouth? Right. It's because I want to feel vindicated. I want to feel that I didn't do anything wrong. They wronged me, and I'm gonna let them know just how wrong they are. Right? Does that solve anything? No. It does not solve anything. If if I told somebody something, right? Say it's oh, why am I chopping that with a shovel? Say my roommate, right? I'm like, hey, bro, like, can you step up and do the dishes? Can you step up and do the dishes because I've been doing them forever. Okay. Now, if he turned around and he's like, well, I don't know why doing the dishes is so hard for you. I'm gonna be like, what? Where'd that even come from? I'm gonna be aggravated, and I'm probably gonna answer with a little bit more of an attitude. And I'm gonna be like, listen, bro, it's not that it's hard for me. It's just because I've done them for the past 2 weeks. Now I really like if you stepped it up. Now, this is not a situation that has happened before, right? But this is just an example. But switch the roles. It's usually me saying something back, right? Because I want to feel vindicated. I want to pass on, or I want to pass the responsibility. No, I don't think I want to pass the responsibility. I want to pass. I'm really trying to find the word. I'm just gonna keep saying I want to feel vindicated. I want to feel like I did nothing wrong, and I want to let them know I did nothing wrong, right? But but just running my mouth about something that truly is trivial has never gotten me anywhere ever. All it's done is just kind of dug me a little deeper. That's it. Um, a little beach, little beach. Yeah, yeah. I think we can do that here. All right, double doors. Wait, I'm gonna do stone. Double doors. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Well, 10. 10. Oh, no, I didn't bring that with me. Oh, dang it. Make another shovel while I'm at it. Man, tired. But um, it's never gotten me anywhere to just run my mouth. Um, 10, 12, 22, 22. Five, six, Alright, like I said in the last video, ever since I was a kid, I was never able to build anything that looked decent, okay? Now, I don't know if that has changed. Um, we're gonna find out. Okay, okay. A little arch. Right, right. Yeah, yeah. Alright. Little archway. Maybe bring this in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. I did not do that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, we can do 2. Oops. 2. Maybe. Maybe. Um. But I mean, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, we all, some one point or another, it just feels good to just really stick it to somebody. You know what I mean? It feels really nice to stick it to somebody. But when you stick it to somebody, you're kind of asking to get stuck a little bit, unfortunately. Um, do 4 high on the bottom. That'd be cool. What was I saying? I don't know. I have. Oh, the music is setting the mood. But I don't know, man. I think also being 20 makes me kind of realize that the mistakes that I made when I was young was because I was young. And it made me realize that the people that did me wrong when I was young were also young. You know, it's like I saw this on TikTok, of all places. I saw this on TikTok like years ago. Years ago. Maybe like 2021. So like 5 years ago. Maybe 2022. It was the whole maybe you weren't evil. Maybe you were just 16. You know? I kind of think about that a lot. And sometimes I wonder if people think the same about me. if they just like, if they ever think, you know, maybe he wasn't so bad. Maybe like, maybe he was just young and naive. I just hope, I hope that people give me the benefit of the doubt in their mind. But I won't hold my breath on that. I will not hold my breath on that. So, I have a little, on that note, I have a little Arizona with me. Arizona Fruit Punch. Not sponsored. Dude, I absolutely love that flavor. It is so good. So good. And they're still sticking around to the 99¢, bro. Like, I respect Arizona heavy for that. Like, sticking to the 99¢. In this economy, bro, forget it. Forget it. You can't find anything for 99¢anymore. I don't know, man. Yo, where'd I put that house? It's facing the front of this house. So it's this way. Yeah, forget it. Anything for $1 that's like worth your time, forget it. Forget it. I think even lollipops now are like 50¢, bro. Like the little blow pops, 50¢. I'm like, bro, a blow pop is not that good. It's not worth 50¢, for sure. Like, you go to the La Coretta. You know, you go to the La Coretta with your friends, and you guys already are paying like $50 for the table, and all you guys got were like burritos. Maybe your one homie got a side because he likes to eat a little more, you know. But you get all that, and it comes out to like $50, and you go, and they're like, oh, and you gotta pay gratuity, because now that's factored in for some reason, which is annoying. It's like parties over 4 are like, it gets automatic gratuity. Like, I can't even decide how much gratuity I think that you're worth. You're just gonna tell me, okay, alright. And then they're like pressuring you into giving them a tip at the front, and it's like so annoying. They're like, oh, you want to add a tip to it? And I'm like, no. The lady brought out my fajitas and they weren't even sizzling. Like, and then the salt in the wound is the 50¢ blow pop. 50¢ for a blow pop? Are you out of your mind? Like, wholeheartedly, are you out of your mind? Respectfully, you're dumb. Respectfully, you're dumb. If you think I'm gonna pay 50¢ for a blow pop, forget it. Forget it. I do gotta say though, that La Coretta food, it's hit or miss, but it's pretty good. There's this other joint that we go to as well. It's called El Jimador. So good. I love El Jimador. El Jimador is like in my top 10. No, it's in my top 3 for Mexican restaurants for sure. El Jimador is great. We always get it. You know, me and the boys, we always get El Jimador. Always good. That and Panda Express. Listen, so many people hate on Panda Express for nothing. Alright, they hate on Panda Express for absolutely nothing. I love to go there. I get the egg fried rice with the teriyaki chicken and the sweet and sour sauce, okay? And a little bowl. Alright? Sue me. Don't. But It's so good. Like truly, it's incredible. It's like $8. It's like $8, and it's like I'm done. Yum, I'm full. Thank you. Have a nice day. I don't know, man. Panda Express is great. Chipotle is good too. Chipotle though, it really depends on which chain you or which city you go to for it, for sure. There's a couple around me that are terrible, but there is one that is really good, and that one that is really good makes it worth it. You know, you don't know that you've had good Chipotle until you've had bad Chipotle, unfortunately. But the bowl that I get, oh, so good. It's don't hate on me, all right? It's kind of basic, but I get the brown rice with the chicken, all right, and then you get the corn salsa and mozzarella with guac, or not mozzarella. It's like just cheese. I forgot what it was called, but I asked the lady. I was like, "Oh yeah, can you put mozzarella on there?" Because no one ever corrected me. All right, nobody ever corrected me. I've been asking for mozzarella on my bowls for like 2 years, and nobody has corrected me. I'm like, "Can I get the mozzarella?" And she's like, "The what?" I was like, "The mozzarella?" And she was like, "We don't have mozzarella here." And I was like, "Then what's the cheese right there?" And she said something. And I was like, "Bro, that's not mozzarella." I feel kind of dumb. I was like, I feel kind of dumb. And I was like, "Oh yeah, can I get that cheese?" Blah blah blah. She was not amused. I think that's something else that we're missing out on. Just pure amusement. I think a lot of us just live our lives kind of like little miserable guys. It's like where where where's the wonder? You know, where's the whimsy, if I may? You know, it's like, dude, these pigs are so ugly. Oh my god, you're so ugly. Um, where's the whimsy anymore, bro? That's what I want to know. I don't know. Where's the whimsy? Where's the wonder? People do not care about anything. Okay, I won't say that people don't care about anything, but no one is. It's like nobody around me is interested in a conversation that's deeper than good morning and like, oh, how about that weather we're having? You know what I mean? Like I'm talking cookie cutter. It's like nobody is interested in having a conversation beyond that. And it's just kind of disheartening because I'm like, now that I'm an adult, now that it's my turn, I'm like, dude, like, what's going on? I don't know, man. I think my grandpa was onto something. I think all of our grandparents were onto something. And they're like, well, it just ain't like it used to be. I, I'm starting to say the same thing. It ain't like it used to be. Like, I don't know. Dare I say, back in my day, it is my day. Alright? It is my day. But back in my day, I don't know. I saw a YouTube video about kind of the desire for the good old days, Um, not to make anything political because that's kind of lame. Um, but like making I don't even want to say the slogan, bro. It's kind of annoying. You know what I mean? Like being in America, you know what they're saying. Like we need to go back to the way that things were, right? And I find that sentiment everywhere. It's like we need to go back to the way that things were. We need to go back to the way that things were. And somebody made a pretty interesting critique on that, and he said that the America that you're thinking of has never existed. It's never existed. The reason why you want it back so bad is because it was actually your childhood. I just kind of thought about that and I was like, oh my god. I was like, that's actually so true. Like, I don't know. I don't know if you ever get caught and you're like, oh man, like, I wish I could go back and like do this or do that and like be a kid again. It's like we want to be kids again because life was simple, you know? And I'm sure when I'm 30, I'm going to wish I was 20 again. And when I'm 40, I'm going to wish I was 30. And when I'm 50, I'm going to wish I was 40, and so on. It's like it never it never gets better. It never gets better. But I think there is a beauty in that. I think there is a beauty in it's never getting better because listen, hear me out. If it'll never get better, then there's been no better time than right now. Food for thought. Food for thought. No time like the present. Just like my good old Grandmaster Uwe would say. The past is history. The future is a mystery. But today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. That was corny. Oh my god, that was corny. But the sentiment is there. Dude. Yeah, I'd cry if I had that hair. Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stupid game, bro. Alright. Now we're sleeping. Let me protein up. Let me protein up real quick. Boom. Bare knuckle. Ah! Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my gosh. I freaked out so hard I changed the camera angle. That was a little embarrassing. My god. Well, alright. Then I think that's where we'll end it here. While I'm dying. It's alright. We're almost done. We're almost done. Alright. So, see you guys. Just think about that. It'll never get better. It'll never get better. But that means that there's no time like right now. I think that that's a great thought to go to bed on. So, I will call this late night right here, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.